Yeah, they hate, but they broke though. And when it's time to pop, they have no show. Come on.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know this beat, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be talking about Love Island Games Season 1, Episode 19. Basically the season finale of the first season of Love Island Games. Now let's get right into the video. So in today's episode, obviously with the plot twist of all 17 ex-Islanders coming back in to vote for which couple they want to see in the finals. That was just the biggest plot twist. Like, they really came in with their pitchforks aimed at Selly and Yale. Basically was indirectly to Jack and Justine in a way, because like one after the other, like we heard Lisa talking about how she's voting for Johnny and Aurelia, that she put her vote towards, and because she didn't want to see Jack and Justine win because she thinks that Jack is playing Justine.
This couple will be able to win against Justine and Jack, because honestly, Justine, like, I want you to win, but I don't think you deserve it, Jack, because I honestly think that you're playing games with her.
And I'm just like how does Jack, like, why did you have to speak on Jack and Justine? Like, just vote for who you wanted to vote for. Then the other biggest, you know, person who was like talking that really got people was like, oh snap, was Toby. Toby had words for Selly and Eyal. He was like that Selly and Eyal were the biggest actors on the season, because he watched it back, and I guess when Toby left, you know, Selly was crying, and then I guess the next minute they showed Selly and Eyal kissing. So everybody was like, oh, you were kissing. Lisa had to pipe up and be like, oh, you were kissing Eyal 5 minutes after you were crying over Toby, and like, oh, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So they were just like trying to jump Selly, really, about the whole situation.
The thing I hate in this world are actors. And Selly and Eyal, you guys are actors. Fuck you guys. So the couple I chose for my vote is Callum and Deb.
So they were just like getting on Selly like you weren't faking it. Basically everybody who was there agreed, because Ray was laughing too. And I'm like, how is Ray laughing at Selly? And Selly's your friend. Like, what's going on here? So then we get to, you know, Ray. Ray had to do his big old speech talking about he's coming for blood, you know, this, that, and the third. He basically, before he even voted, he still directed it to Jack and Justine, basically said that I had your back, you know, I was riding with you, da-da-da-da-da. And then he was upset.
So Justine and Jack, man, round of applause to y'all. The biggest manipulators of the game.
So the next thing you know, it was like, I'm voting for the person that I know that had my back all the way here, and you voted for Johnny. And I'm like, okay, I mean, obviously Johnny's your boy on the outside, so it is what it is, And then Imani. Imani was the last person who voted. And she basically said that they got snaked. And I'm just like, Imani needs to hold her L firmly. Firmly hold her L. She really needs to firmly hold her L. Because I don't understand what's with the snake situation. Your actions, like, you even saw the show back. In the show, you literally came after Justine. You came after Justine in the show. And Justine was basically in an alliance with Ray because they had that, you know, connection. And you continuously try to get her sent out twice. So you snaked your own alliance. And your alliance peeped that and was like, I can't give her a third and fourth chance to try to get me out of here. So, and the actions in the carnival show them that, yeah, we can't really trust you going forward. So with the opportunity arises, Jack and Justine sent you packing. And it is what it is. So they had a lot of words for Jack and Justine. They had words for Sally and y'all. You know, even Zeta, when she was voting, she was just like, yeah, I'm voting for Deb and Callum because obviously Deb's her best friend. One of her best friends. So then she was like, oh, if you do win Justine, I hope you take the money from Jack because they think that Jack is playing. So after everything that's been said, you know, Justine and Jack basically showed them grace after they all jumped them. They all literally jumped them. They showed Justine and Jack showed them grace. Justine apologized again to Ray, basically apologized when she really didn't have to because this is the second time Ray putting her on blast and try to like embarrass her in front of the whole villa. Like, calm down. It is a game. But like I said, he really thought that their friendship would have outweighed all the actions that happened in the villa. And that's the thing, that at the end of the day, it is a game. So and when people see these actions from your partner in the game, they have to keep, move with that. So when Imani voted, she voted for Deb and Callum, and she was like, Callum played like how she wanted to play. But she's forgetting that Callum played strategically. Callum knew from the first moment, he's like, Justine and Jack have the social capital in this game. Even though they're not winning the challenges, they have that social connections. And he pivoted, he moved. Even when he was with Liberty, what did they do? They coupled themselves up with Jack and Justine, with the switcheroo. There's a reason why they did that, because they knew if they were in the bottom, they would have got saved. And that's what exactly happened, because Justine and Callum got saved because they were in the bottom. Like, please, like they knew, like he knew what he was doing. Like Callum definitely knew what he was doing in the show. So I'm just like, he pivoted, he moved, and he got closer with Jack and Justine, and that's why he's in the final. So with that being said, all the votes came down to Sally and y'all only having 2 votes, and that left Jack and Aurelia and Deb and Callum have the most votes. And the thing is that Georgia only voted for EL, and she was just like, yeah, I don't believe in EL and Sally. And she even piped up when they were all chiming in on how, they're actors in this game or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, everybody jumping on Sally. Like, that was definitely unprovoked and uncalled for. But I don't know what they saw, what footage they seen, like how did they get, Sally being an actor from what they watched back. But it is what it is. Sally and y'all, they got sent home. They're at the finale. It's just the top 3. Next thing you know, the next day they had a little brunch. They got to talk in their couples one-on-one. Jack and Justine, they're chatting. They're just like, I'm not going to let anybody's opinions on them, ruin their last day in the villa. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got here. And, Justine was like, you know what? Their energy and how they were coming last night, we're going to prove to them. Like, that just amped me up to even win this even more. That's what Justine was saying, haters are your motivators, okay? Like, literally, haters are your motivators. Deb and Callum, they're just happy to be there. Johnny and Aurelia, it is what it is. Next thing you know, they found out about the mega duel. And the mega duel was just a lot. So,
and Justine and Jack! Congratulations, all of you.
So the girls went first in the mega duel, and they had to go 3 different rounds, and in each round they have to go like at least 3 times. So Justine and Aurelia went first, and Justine lost the first round. So it was like, okay. So as soon as Justine came back, she was like, nah, I gotta keep winning. So she won against Aurelia. Then she also won against Deb. So then when it was Jack's turn, Jack lost against Callum. And then, you know, he got one on Johnny, and then Johnny came back swinging, and then he lost against Johnny. So then Johnny and Aurelia won 3 points for their teams. Justine and Jack won 2 points, and then Callum only won 1 point. So with that 1 point from Callum got into 3rd place because they didn't have enough points to beat. So there was a final duel, and the final duel was between the couples. They had to grab these like bags of money, and some bags of money were heavier than others. And they only had 5 minutes, and how much bags of money you got over to your side that equates to the most amount, you will be able to win the show overall, which is the 100K. So it was a real brutal duel because they were getting the money, but then they had to like, it's just like the tire game where the second round of the tire game where they got the tires, and then when they got the tires, and as soon as they got the tires, they had to, you know, steal tires from the other person and get it onto their side. And if you had the most on your side, you won. So it was just like, they were doing this mega duel from dusk till dawn. Like Maya even said, they literally started last night, and when it came to the final round or the final duel, it was daytime. It was morning. It was daytime. Like Jack, at the end of that duel, he literally passed out. They had to send a medic in for him. Like, he was that exhausted over the 5-minute round.
Hey, medic, please.
Did we win?
Don't worry about any of that. Just keep breathing.
No, but did we win?
Don't worry about it, baby.
Just
it's
keep
okay.
breathing.
Did we win?
Don't worry about that.
That exhausted. I guess it was in the Fiji heat, whatever. He was that exhausted. And then it was like so funny of him, because even when he was like trying to get medical attention, he was just like, did we win? Did we win? Did we win? And Justine was like, no, like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So they got back, you know, he got medical attention and he's feeling better, and, you know, everything's good and whatnot. And then Maya Jama finally revealed results from the final duel, and lo and behold, Jack and Justine has won Love Island Games.
And the Love Island Games champions of 2023 are... It's Justine and Jack!
And I'm just like, yes, finally. Like, you know, they had really an uphill battle, sort of. And then with the last night episode and everything, where everybody was just basically like, you know, coming back with a vengeance. Like, even during the mega duel, everybody was like rooting against Jack and Justine. The only voices that you really heard for Jack and Justine were Selly and Jack, or Selly and Justine. Like, we barely heard anybody rooting for Jack and Justine in that duel. Like, for real, we barely heard. Like, those are the only people rooting for each other, which was just like, that just shows you who had you in that situation. Ray was over here preying on Justine's downfall. Like, it was just like, okay. So when they found out that they won, you know, Maya was like, okay, put another twist on it. And she was like, they had to vote for who gets the money and who doesn't.
I'm now going to ask all of our ex-Islanders here to pick one of you to win the money.
No way.
Each person gets one vote, and whoever gets the most votes will win the $100,000.
So because Justine had a lot of connections, all the girls and Mike, you know, voted for Justine, and then all the UK guys voted for Jack, which was only 6 guys. And then, you know, Ray was like, oh, you know, trying to like think, oh, who should he vote for? Because he's still trying to be like, oh, I'm still hurt, da 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 da. And then evidently he still voted for Justine. So then, with that being said, Justine won the 100K, and then she had to decide, takes the money, or, you know, she splits it with Jack. So she was deciding, like, she was real deal deciding, like, she was really real deal deciding whether she should take the money or not. But I think she knew deep down that, you know, her connection with Jack, as she felt, was real, and, you know, was better than, I guess, the last time she'd been on the show.
The connection I felt with Jack this time was a lot more real than the last time. He had a rough time in here, and I feel like we both really deserve it, so I'm gonna split it.
So, with that being said, she split it with Jack, and it was just so nice because, you know, I think you can tell how close they are because every time, you know, like some type of excitement or cheerful thing between them, Justine always jumps on Jack and like wraps her legs around him like,
The game, you were here for love as well. I love it. Go and get your man.
I don't know, it's giving cinema. It's giving cinema. That was the end of the show. They won the 100K. They split the 100K to 50K. And that was the end of Love Island Games Season 1. Like, I would say they really ate this whole entire season up. If they have a Season 2, I'll be seated. But I don't know if they're gonna, you know, beat Season 1. Because Season 1 definitely came here with something to prove. Like, they came here to say, like, this is not no flop show. This is like, we came here with something to prove. Those duels and those, like, whatever, they were like basically challenges. Like, you know, people were getting medical attention, people were getting bruised up. John even, I guess, in the duel, he even sprained his ankle. Like, he was literally limping. That's how deep this duel and stuff, like, this is on Love Island, and people are getting like that deep into it. Also, we found out later tonight that both Jack and Justine won the most MVP. So they both won 15K each. So that's an additional 130K onto their 100K winning earnings. Like, they really ate this entire show up. It was a clean sweep for Jack and Justine. Very much a clean sweep. And, you know, like, they hate because they broke, though. They hate because they broke, though, because they won 130K. But yeah, this was the end of Love Island Games Season 1. I definitely enjoyed this season. Congratulations to Jack and Justine. You know, they really did their big ones because they definitely proved to their haters, and they won. Their haters are their motivators, okay? Because they won. They came out swinging. And Justine, she really put, you know, she carried Jack in this last half, though. In this last half of the little, you know, the one-on-one duel. But obviously, Jack, he was exhausted with the money grab, though. So I'll give him his claps, too, because he really put up the work with the money grab. But other than that, I enjoyed the season. You know, can't wait to see what happens next for the Love Island franchise. Yeah, I know there's going to be an All-Stars, but I don't think it's going to be touching Love Island Games. So, but we'll see. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoy. And if you like the video, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.